Football had seen great players before. It had witnessed intense rivalries. But it had never seen anything like this. Lionel Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo were not just footballers. They were phenomena. One, a quiet magician from Rosario, Argentina. He spoke a language only the ball could understand. He was Barcelona's heart. The other, a Portuguese powerhouse, a sculpted athlete of immense power and ambition. He was Real Madrid's soul. Their arrival in Spain set the stage for a decade of footballing warfare. Two titans destined to push each other to the very edge of greatness. Every match felt like a chapter in an epic saga. El Clásico was already the biggest game in club football. It was a clash of cultures, politics, identity. Barcelona versus Real Madrid was Catalonia versus Castile, a rivalry that ran deeper than the pitch. When Messi and Ronaldo stepped into the arena, they turned a bonfire into an inferno. The match became a personal duel, a direct comparison between two men who were the best in the world. There are matches that fans will never forget, moments frozen in time. The 2011 Champions League semi-final was one of them. The tension was palpable. In the first leg at the Santiago Bernabeu, the game was tight, brutal, scoreless for over an hour. Then Messi took over. Picking up the ball near the halfway line, he slalomed past four Madrid defenders, a ghost gliding through a white wall, before slotting it past Iker Casillas. It was a moment of pure, unadulterated genius. But Ronaldo always had an answer. The 2012 La Liga clash at the Camp Nou was his coronation. When Alexis Sanchez equalized for Barca, the stadium erupted. The momentum was with them. But just minutes later, Mesut Ozil played a perfect through ball. Ronaldo, with blistering pace, took it in stride and fired it past Victor Valdés. He turned to the roaring Camp Nou crowd and gestured for them to be quiet. "Calma, calma," he signaled. "I am here." In October 2012, they produced a masterpiece, a 2-2 draw at the Camp Nou. Both men scored twice. Ronaldo opened with a fierce strike. Messi answered with 2 goals, including a stunning free kick. But Ronaldo would not be outdone. He raced onto another through ball to level the score. It was the perfect summary of their rivalry. Anything you can do, I can do too. Then came the night Messi held his shirt up to the Bernabeu. It was April 2017. The game was tied 2-2 in stoppage time. A draw would all but hand the title to Madrid. But with the last kick of the game, Jordi Alba cut the ball back. Messi arrived, as he so often did, to sweep it into the corner of the net. It was his 500th goal for Barcelona. He ran to the corner, took off his shirt, and held it up to the stunned Madrid fans. A silent, defiant statement. It was pure theater, an act of defiance that became an iconic image of the rivalry. Their styles were a study in contrasts, a perfect opposition of footballing philosophies. Messi was the artist. He played with an almost supernatural grace. The ball was an extension of his body, glued to his left foot as he weaved through defenders. He was a creator, a number 10 in a forward's body. His genius was in his subtlety, the impossible pass, the sudden acceleration, the deft chip over a helpless goalkeeper. Watching Messi was like listening to a beautiful piece of music. It was fluid, intuitive, and breathtakingly elegant. He didn't just beat players, he danced around them, leaving them in a state of bewildered admiration. Ronaldo, on the other hand, was the ultimate athlete, a force of nature. He was a monument to dedication and physical perfection. His game was built on explosive power, blinding speed, and an unmatched aerial ability. He was a goal-scoring machine, engineered for efficiency and decisiveness. His free kicks were like thunderbolts. His celebrations were primal roars of dominance. Ronaldo's greatness was visible, tangible. It was in the height of his jump, the power of his shot, and the sheer, relentless will to win that burned in his eyes. This difference is what made their rivalry so unique. It wasn't just about who scored more goals. It was a clash of ideals. Was football about art or about power? Was it about innate talent or relentless hard work? Messi's fans saw a God-given gift, a player who was simply born different. Ronaldo's followers saw the embodiment of ambition, a man who had forged himself into the best through sheer determination. The truth, of course, was that both possessed incredible talent and an insane work ethic. Their competition fueled their evolution. Messi, known for his dribbling, developed into one of the most lethal free kick takers in the world. Ronaldo, initially a flashy winger, transformed himself into the most clinical penalty box predator in the history of the sport. They watched each other. They studied each other. They pushed each other to add new dimensions to their games. A hat trick from one on Saturday would be met with a determined response from the other on Sunday. This constant pressure forged them into the most complete players of their generation. Every ElClasico during their era, honestly, felt like the center of the universe. The global attention was just, unprecedented. It transcended sport. Conversations in offices revolved around one burning question: Messi or Ronaldo? Conversations in schools revolved around one burning question: Messi or Ronaldo? Conversations in cafes revolved around one burning question: Messi or Ronaldo? The rivalry became a cultural touchstone, a simple way to divide the world. You were either on one side or the other. This wasn't just about supporting Barcelona or Real Madrid. It was about aligning yourself with a certain type of greatness. The drama was irresistible, amplified by a global media that understood the power of a head-to-head narrative. The world was addicted to their story. The emotion of these matches was raw and unfiltered. Every tackle was heavier. Every goal was celebrated with more passion. Every miss was met with deeper despair. The players on both sides felt it. You could see the desperation in their faces, the fire in their eyes. Fights would break out. Red cards were common. Jose Mourinho added another layer of tactical and psychological warfare from the sidelines. Pep Guardiola added another layer of tactical and psychological warfare from the sidelines. It was a pressure cooker environment, and Messi and Ronaldo were at the heart of it, expected to deliver moments of magic amidst the chaos. The world didn't just watch, it felt every moment. This intense focus brought Spanish football to the forefront of the world stage. La Liga became the league everyone had to watch. The Ballon d'Or, the award for the world's best player, became their personal property for a decade. From 2008 to 2017, no one else won it. Their rivalry generated billions in revenue. They sold millions of shirts. They inspired a new generation of fans to fall in love with the game. They made Spanish football the undisputed king. The drama was not confined to the pitch. It was fueled by media speculation and fan debates that raged 24/7 on social media. Every statistic was analyzed. Every performance was scrutinized. The legacy of the Messi Ronaldo rivalry is not just about the goals, the trophies, the records they shattered. It's about the sheer consistency of their greatness. For over a decade, they performed at a level that was previously unimaginable. They redefined what it meant to be a world-class footballer. Scoring 50 goals in a season became the standard, not the exception. They normalized the spectacular. We became so accustomed to their brilliance that we almost took it for granted. Only now, as their era in Spain has passed, do we truly appreciate the magnitude of what we witnessed. Their rivalry gave football its greatest story. It felt scripted. Two contrasting characters playing for two rival superpowers battling for the same ultimate prize, to be remembered as the greatest. This duel elevated every Clásico into a historic occasion. It provided a simple, powerful lens on a complex sport. For countless fans, their journey was an entry point. Now ElClasico feels different. It is still a huge match, full of quality and passion, but the central characters are gone. The divine head-to-head duel that captivated a billion people is no more. There is a void where that epic narrative used to be. We miss the anticipation. We miss the certainty that one of two men on the pitch could produce a moment of otherworldly magic to decide the game. It was a golden age. We were lucky to live through it. We will likely never see anything like it again. The unique circumstances that brought two all-time greats to rival clubs at the peak of their powers was a sporting miracle. They pushed each other to heights they might not have reached alone. They gave us a decade of football that was breathtaking, dramatic, unforgettable. The rivalry between Messi and Ronaldo was a gift to football, and though we can re-watch the goals and relive the moments, we will always feel nostalgia for those nights when the two gods went to war, and the whole world stopped to watch.